Everybody hates when their phone is jacked up. Nobody hates it more than me. I have run through more phones than anybody in the history of the world. I believe that. I don't think there's anybody listening who's run through more cell phones than me. I've got some weird cell phone fetish. I'm a degenerate. I can't stop. I love cell phones. Actually, for me, I've done pretty well. The BlackBerry I'm rocking, I've had since Super Bowl. Way to go, Rome. 9 months. For me, that's pretty good. For me, that's really good. So I've had the same BlackBerry for 9 months, and I've had my iPhone now for about 9 days. So trust me, if you have more experience working on cell phones, changing cell phones, ripping batteries from cell phones than I do, then you work for a cell phone company or the cell phone kiosk in the mall. Because you wouldn't. But in all the times that I have had frustrations with my phones, all the battery pulls, all the times I've dropped the phone, all the times I've stepped on the phone, I've never had an experience like the one 48-year-old Michael Allen Skopek had with his. And if I'm going with his government, you know he did something stupid. Skopek has an iPhone. He was having problems with the iPhone. I don't know which iPhone it was, but he's got an iPhone. It was giving him trouble. He did the most sensible thing. He called 911. He called 911 5 times. And then Skopek was arrested. Maybe it's just my opinion, but maybe Skopek threw back a few beers that night. Judge for yourself, though. But it sounds to me like before he started having, quote, problems with his iPhone, he was having drinks. It sounds to me like the only bar he didn't hit that night was the one bar he should have hit, the Genius Bar. Check it out. Skopek's first call, he lays it all out. And before we get started, this 911 operator is a saint. Check this.
911, where's your emergency?
Yeah, I can't use my phone unless I call 911. Is that okay?
Okay, where is your emergency, sir?
Well, what's my emergency? It's like, listen here. I can't get through to my phone unless I dial 911. I'm ready to bash my phone into the concrete wall.
All right, so the guy's calling because he can't get his phone to work. Very, very upset and seemingly extremely hammered. Excuse me, sir, where is your emergency? Are you listening? It's here in my hand. My emergency is in my hand. I can't call. I can't Angry Bird. I can't tweet. I can't do anything. All right, so that's call number one. And if he sounded frustrated in call number one, you can only imagine how much worse it's going to get. He starts to get very frustrated with the lady. And she immediately goes into problem-solving mode. She tries to get Skopek's address so they can go arrest him and she can get back to doing her job. Check out the address that Skopek hits her with.
Okay, what's your address?
10 blah, 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 blah. Okay, do you understand that?
No, sir, I did not understand that. What is your address?
How about you want my phone number?
I need your address, sir.
No, I'm trying to dial my phone.
I understand that, but if you have an emergency, I need your address so that we can...
No. What am I supposed to do if my phone don't dial?
Well, you were able to dial 911, and if you have an emergency, I will need your address.
Well, thank you very much. Thank you, damn it, yourself.
Okay, you have a good night, sir.
This guy's a saint. Doesn't rattle, doesn't lash out. Skopek telling her to bleep herself. Hey, Skopek, it's not her fault that you don't remember your password. You know when phones lock, you can only make the emergency call? Seems to me that's what happened to Skopek. Skopek, it's not our fault that you can't remember 4 digits or 4 letters. That's not our fault. I love when she says, hey, Skopek, what's your address? What's my address? 1, 2, 3, 4, blah, 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 blah. Unlock my freaking phone. B. I love the way she's setting him up, though, to send a squad car over to drop this guy to silver bracelets. Now he's furious. Like she's some sort of Apple employee who can't solve the problem or won't give him the information he needs.
Why can't I dial the numbers I used to be able to dial?
I do not know that.
Well, why don't you know that, okay? Is that because...
Do you have what is your address where you're at, sir?
I'm not dying, don't worry. Don't send a police or nothing nowhere, okay?
Well, maybe they could help you.
Well, no, the problem is that the scam phone don't work.
No, I understand, sir.
Well, why can't you direct me to the AT&T people?
That's priceless. I love that the guy's probably like .40, but he still had the wherewithal saying, hold up, don't send the cops over here. I'm not dying, and I don't want to be arrested. How about this guy saying, look, just transfer me to the AT&T people. Like 911's the master dispatch to the world. Transfer me to Javier's. I want to see if they deliver. Give me a ride to the liquor store. Who do you think she is? Ask Jeeves? The only way Skopek wants the cops coming is if they promise to bring him another sixer. Do it, Alvy.
What I'm saying, sir, if you give us your address, we can have an officer come out and maybe he can help you.
He can't help me.
How do you know?
Because they'll shoot me with a gun.
Oh.
I don't need to help with the officer and that crap. I'm trying to get my iPhone working. Does he know that to get my iPhone working? No, I don't.
Have you been drinking tonight, sir?
No.
Oh, okay.
No, I'm just not very smart.
She's trying so hard to get the address to send the cops over there to take care of it. And he said, no, they'll just shoot me with the gun. I just want to get my iPhone to work. Have you been drinking, sir? No. I'm just not drinking. I'm just not smart. I just forgot my password. Where'd you get the idea that I've been drinking? Have I been drinking? Why, sweetheart, are you buying? Maybe I have. Are you buying? Then the guy just gets lazy and sloppy and then just makes it personal and starts insulting this saintly woman.
Well, we're going to have an officer come over and help you out.
You're going to have an officer come over, help me find out why my phone's not working.
Yes, because I can't help you. I don't know why your phone is not working, sir.
Well, that's pretty dumb.
On whose part?
On who? On everybody's part.
She finally had enough. Yeah, really? It's dumb? Oh, yeah. Dumb on whose part, sir? Everybody's part. We're all in this together. We all have a role in this. You're not helping. My phone doesn't work, so you're not helping. It's your fault, too. She should be promoted to district manager or shift manager, whatever it is, or an extra $1 an hour. Whatever they're paying her, it's not enough. They got to make her chief of police. And finally, you can't have a good drunken rant without a good drunken walk-off. And Skopek's walk-off, the proverbial go-to-hell blast.
You know what? You're wasting my time to begin with.
You're the one that called me, sir.
Well, look, because my service is not working.
Okay. But
and
you
I
need to
pay for it,
contact your
okay?
phone.
I pay for it, and it's not working.
You need to contact your phone company. I can't do that
I
for
am
you.
calling my phone company.
No, this is 911.
All right, whatever. Go to hell.
You're really a very nice person, sir.
I love this gal. Saint. Stu, find her. I want to talk to her. I want to meet her. You're a really nice person, sir. He just hit her with a go-to-hell blast. I want to hear from a 911 operator. Are you not allowed to hang up on people? Why did she stay in that thing as long as she did with that drunk? When it was very clear that he did not have an emergency other than he couldn't remember his password. You must not be allowed to hang up. Because she endured that whole thing and hung in until he hit her with a go-to-hell blast and then hung up on her.